This is Fox 6 News.
No retreat, baby, no surrender.
On this penultimate day of a long campaign, Bruce Springsteen leads a Madison crowd in song. But is it a swan song for the president?
You may be frustrated at the pace of change. I promise you, so am I sometimes.
The last high-profile visit will come later tonight.
We don't have to settle for this.
Election workers prepping for a long Tuesday.
It doesn't look like there might be any breaks, and make sure we take our food and be prepared.
Even voters making sure they're good to go.
I think that it's a time that this country can go two different ways.
Tonight's big story, the final push for votes in the Badger State battleground.
The president makes his closing argument for a second term before a crowd of nearly 20,000. Fox 6's Mike Lowe was there and reports from Madison.
Born to run, Bruce Springsteen gives a lift to President Barack Obama's re-election campaign as thousands attend a rally in the shadow of the state capitol here in Madison in the final hours of the presidential race.
Please welcome Bruce Springsteen.
The boss,
Well, hello, Wisconsin.
was the warm-up act for the president.
I better get right to it.
Bruce Springsteen spoke to a crowd about the hard-scrabble themes that have infused his music with so much emotion.
The American dream and American reality. Our vote tomorrow is the one undeniable way we get to determine the distance in that equation.
And the man with so many golden records endorsed the president's record as golden.
I stood with President Obama 4 years ago, and I'm proud to be standing with him here today. Because he promised me a ride on Air Force One.
Then the president argued he deserved a second term.
Our work is not yet done. The fight goes on.
More than 18,000 supporters heard the president say his priority is giving voice to the powerless.
Our budget reflects our values. It's a reflection of our priorities. You know, and as long as I'm president, I'm not going to kick some poor kids off a Head Start to give me a tax cut. I'm not going to turn Medicare into a voucher just to pay for another millionaire's tax cut.
He lamented the partisan warfare that has marked much of his first term, saying congressional Republicans engineered gridlock to stymie progress.
Sometimes you got to fight. Sometimes you got to stand on principle. If the price of peace in Washington is cutting deals to cut students off of financial aid, or get rid of funding for Planned Parenthood, or let insurance companies discriminate against people with pre-existing conditions, or eliminate health care for millions of folks who are on Medicaid, who are poor, or elderly, or disabled, I won't pay that price.
And with that, a contentious two-year campaign comes to a close. Now, as they say, all that's left is the voting. Reporting in Madison, Mike Lowe, Fox 6 News.
Republican President